documentation. This is for the returning students portal where they can log in and make payments, register for their courses, check their results, check their carryovers courses, then also check their profile. So we log in. The first thing the student will see on the dashboard is telling the student whether he or she has paid. For instance, the student has paid, so you can see the status is showing paid. Then course registration is showing that the student has not registered. The student can actually click on this link to register his or her courses. So the first thing usually the student does on the portal is to pay his or her school fees. They can come to this menu, click on this generate RR for my fees. Then this is a 300 level student that just logged in. So you can see the list of fees for 300 level. We have the one for first semester, then for second semester. And the student can actually click on process this fee to so that the student will take them to the remitter platform where they can pay with their ATM card or use their phone USSD, or they can take the code to the bank to make payments. There are other fees the student can also generate here, like late registration fee, hostel accommodation, and all of that, assuming that the institution has hostel accommodations enabled on the system. So they can make payment for our hostel accommodation and the system will automatically generate room numbers for them on confirmation of payment. So for instance, if the student wants to pay late registration fee, they can click on this process item and then click on the generate remitter button. Once they do that, the system takes them to the remitter platform. They make their payments using either their ATM, USSD, or like I said earlier, they will take the code to the bank and make payment. On coming back to the portal, they come to pay confirm my pending transactions on remitter. So this shows the pending transactions that the student has that has not been confirmed. So the student can actually print the slip or click on pay on remitter. It will still take them to the platform to make the payment if they haven't made the payment. But if they have made the payment, they can click on confirm my payment. Once they confirm their payment, the system automatically verifies from the remitter platform if actually the student has made the payment. If the student has made the payment, then the system automatically flags that transaction as paid. And once it is flagged as paid, then the student has access to what he or she wanted to do, whether it be it hostel or be it course registration. So the student doesn't need to go to the bursary unit to confirm the payment. The system does that for the student. Okay, so after payment, the next thing the student does is either to print the receipt of the payment. You can see all the transactions the student has generated in the past. You can click on receipt to look at the receipt that the system will print for the student. Okay, so the student can go ahead to print or save as PDF as the case may be. Then the next thing the student will want to do is to register his or her courses. So we go to the course registration menu, register courses for this semester. So you can see the outline. We have 300 level first semester, we have 300 level second semester. So this is second semester, so the student is actually to register for second semester. So when you look at the course registration page, you can see we have carryover and dropped courses. These are courses that the student failed previously, and some of them were dropped courses. They were not actually attempted, but the student dropped them for one reason or the other. So you can see the system has automatically ticked them, meaning that the student cannot untick them. So the system is forcing the student to take those carryover courses based on the policy of the institution that carryover courses of lower levels must be taken first. So, but if for any reason the student doesn't want to take those courses as at that semester, they can always meet their HOD or registration officer to suspend those carryover courses so that to enable them to take their current semester courses. So on this other side, you have the core courses. These are the core courses the student is supposed to take in that particular semester. Then these are elective courses. The student for this semester doesn't have any elective courses to take. Then there is other available courses of previous semesters, which the student um, can also take. That's lower level courses, but for this time, the student doesn't have any of such. So the student can go ahead and say, click selected, register selected courses. Okay, so these are the courses that the student has registered so far. Now you can, if you look at this, you will see the courses the student just registered. Now, this one has a remove button, which means the student can actually remove them. But those carryover courses that the student registered, the system doesn't allow them to remove them except with the consent of their department. The student can go ahead to print the course form, or they can even add more courses, assuming they have more spaces to add those courses. You can look at the total credit unit so far is 20. The student can decide to add one or more courses. If they want to add a course, they can add the course and it automatically added to their course registration for the semester. If they want to remove a course, they can click on the remove. Once they are done with the registration, they can click on the confirm and submit registration. Once they click on the confirm and submit registration, it means they will no longer be able to make modifications to the course registration, and then it becomes available for their departmental officers to be able to approve that registration. The student can also come here to view their continuous assessment scores and all of that, assuming the lecturers have made upload of their scores. So that's that for the registration. At any point in time, the student can always come back to view the courses they registered for the semester by coming to view current semester registration, click details, and this will show them the details of the courses they registered. And like I said, they'll be able to see their CA scores here, assuming but they won't be able to see their exam scores because that one is hidden until it is approved by the Senate of the university. So they can print their course form, like I always said. Then I think that's that for course registration. This is for spillover students. They can also do the same process with that um, of the returning students. So the student can also view their list of carryover and dropped courses. So this student, this is the courses that are outstanding against this student, either failed or dropped. The ones with the red fonts, they are the ones that the students failed, while the ones with the blue fonts indicate that the student dropped the course and it doesn't affect their CGPA. So at every point in time, the student can always see the courses that are outstanding against them. Then the student can also view their results, approved results. So you can see first 100 level results, second semester 100 level, this 200 first semester. So assuming we pick this, we can view the details of this and see the courses, the credit units, the category, whether core or elective, then this course. Then you can also look at the grade. So if the student wants to print the result for his or her own keeps, the student can always do that. And okay, So the student can print this, or you can see the TCR, TCE, TGP, GPA, CCR, LCGPA, that's last CGPA. Then this is the CGPA of the student. Okay. Then the student can also view their course outline. Their course outline tells the students the courses they are supposed to take at each um, particular level, either in first or second semester, depending on whether the student is a UTME student or a DE student. So for instance, the student can view the courses they are supposed to take in 400 level. You can see the course code, the course title, the credit unit, um, the category, whether core or elective. Okay, then okay, the student can also view their personal data, date of birth, state of origin, and all of that. They can also update it. They can change their password here. Then, they can also view frequently asked questions. So then one thing again the student can do is on the dashboard, you can see that there is a notice board here. The notice board shows messages that the heads of department may have sent to the departmental students, maybe informing them of something, so they can see the title of the message, the date it was published, and they can view and see the details of that message. So the HOD can decide to send messages to all students in their department, so that when the student log into the portal, they'll be able to see that message. It could be a message on their exams and other activities that the department might be having. So thank you very much. That brings us to the end of this segment of the returning students portal. Thank you very much.